Okay, here we are on the second video of Easy as 1, 2, 3. Super easy, it won't take you very long. Follow along and let's feel better together. So here we are on as easy as day 2. Just sort of start sitting on your heels for a moment. Just sort of feel where you're at. Feel how your shins are touching the ground. Feel how your back is nice and straight. How you're creating some space in your spine. And just sort of breathe easy. We're going to do those 3 inhales and exhales in through our nose, out through our mouth. And let's just really clear everything from our body. And as you breathe in through your nose, fill up every space within your body. And when you breathe out through your mouth, get rid of all that air in that your body is. So we're not hyperventilating, but we are replacing all that residual air in our lungs with nice fresh stuff. So in through your nose and all the way out through your mouth. And in through your nose and all the way out through your mouth. In through your nose once more. And all the way out through your mouth. Now come back to that sort of stable position, and for the rest of the time, let's just breathe in and out through our mouth, out through our nose rather. We're sort of restraining the back of that ujjayi breathing. So just take a moment here, see how you're feeling today. You can move your head around a little bit if you'd like. And let's start off going onto our toes and on our knees. All right, so here we are on our toes. Our hands are just in front of us with our fingers pointing the top of our mat of our space. Just a little bit out, and I'm just pushing back on my toes here, and I want to have a strong sensation in the back of our feet. We're sort of opening up everything as we do this, and you can sort of push back on your hands to sort of help that stretch going. And hopefully that's a nice strong sensation, and that hopefully you can sort of ground your toes to the mat, to the floor. And then as we inhale, we're going to move forward as far as you can so that you can really feel that strong sensation in your wrist. And then back again. And then just follow with your breath, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Now, put your fingers facing the sides of your mat with about 2 inches in between your wrists. And we're still on our toes. We're going to just move forward and back and just gently stretching the sides of our wrists. You definitely don't want any sharp pain here, so just moving to just sort of oxygenate these wrist joints. And keep following your breath. Now inhale, put your fingers facing your knees now, the eyes of your elbows facing forward, and we're just going to go back and forth and enjoy this stretch the other way. If you feel any other movement that you want to do, if your palms rise up, that's okay. We're just trying to stretch out everything. Inhale, just go back on your toes, shake out your hands. And then come forward to this tabletop position. You can stay on your toes or off, however you'd like. Your wrists are below your shoulders, your knees are below your hips. This is a nice, stable tabletop position. And we're just gonna go into, do a few cat-cows. So we start off with cow. So we inhale, drop your belly as far as it can, put your shoulders and your head up and your butt in the air. So inhale. And then exhale, slowly separate your shoulder blades, tuck your tailbone beneath, tuck your head down, and just push away from the ground. And then inhale to cow. Exhale to cat, and just move with your breath. One more inhale. And then exhale just to tabletop here. Nice and stable. And we'll just, while we're here, we're gonna walk our hands forward. We're gonna keep our knees below our hips still and walk our hands forward into a puppy pose. A nice straight line from your wrist to your elbows to your shoulders to your hips. So your chest goes towards the ground. And your forehead goes towards the ground. And you open up everything in the top of your one more inhale in. And as you exhale, keep your butt in the air and drag your nose along the ground until it gets to your belly goes flat to the ground. Then your elbows below your shoulders into a Sphinx pose. Keep your butt flexed. If you need a little bit more room, you can open up your legs. Keep your butt just nice and flexed there, and that'll help that sort of curve in the back that you're giving here. And if you feel like you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can inhale, push and straighten your arms. And remember to keep your butt flexed. You don't want to tighten up your neck at all. And just breathe into this. This has become a seal version of this. One more big inhale in through your nose. And then relax down onto your hands. Your forehead can go there. And just move your hips from side to side, just so that your back hasn't locked up. Now we'll go into this half frog. So left hand is 45 degrees from the top of your mat. Your right leg bends. And you pull your foot back to your heel back towards your butt, and while you're doing that, push up out of your shoulder. Now, if you can't do that, you can just do the shoulder part, or you can just do your arm part. But if you can, put it all together, push out of your shoulder, pull your heel back, and just sort of enjoy that moment. Keep breathing nice and slowly through your nose. And one more inhale in. And then you're going to slowly release your foot, come back down to the ground. Now this time, your left arm goes straight out. your right leg bends again. And we just put you've bent your right leg, put it flat on the floor behind you, and you're relaxing into this. This is this broken wing. And one more inhale in, and then roll back over onto your belly. Forehead onto your hands again. Shake your hips a little bit so nothing is locked up. Then this time your right arm on a 45-degree angle. Your left leg bends. You pull your heel to your butt. If you wanted to, you could put a strap around this. If you've got a belt that you use or a yoga belt, and then you're pushing up out of your right shoulder. And then each inhale in, maybe you've created some space, and then exhale, maybe you can push out of your shoulder a little bit more and pull your heel to your butt a bit more. But don't strain anything. And I always just sort of, every once in a while, make sure that I'm not straining my neck. And one more big inhale in. And relax, let everything fall down onto your forehead again. And this time, your right arm goes straight, your left arm bends again, and we twist over for broken wing on this other side. It's funny how some poses are just naturally easy and feel immediately great. Other poses require a little bit more work. This is one that for some reason I just find really relaxing. And one more inhale in and roll back onto your belly. Now we're going to go back up into child's pose. So your big toes go closer together. Then you push back into child's pose where your hips go onto your heels. And your hands walk forward and your forehead goes towards the mat. You stretch out your lower back. And one more big inhale in. You want to come up, walk yourself forward into a crossed leg. You might want to raise yourself onto a cushion here, just as we end off and do a little bit of breathing. That sort of raises your hips just above that hinge. Nice and straight back. Let's take a few moments. You might want to do the classic yoga, holding your thumb to your middle finger. Rest on and just let's take a moment and just keep on breathing. Our heads are tilted down a little bit, our eyes sort of half closed. And let's just take a few moments. To sort of refocus and recenter. Maybe you want to pause this video now and meditate for a little bit, for as long as you can.